Welcome to Allies or Enemies. We are a couple that reviews how well games work for two players. This time we are looking at Fort, a 30-ish minute 2 to 4 player deck building game designed by Rodiek. Fort puts you in the mud-soaked rubber boots of kids on the playground as you gather friends, get toys and pizza, and ultimately try to build the biggest fort. It's a card game with a great theme and some hidden depth, and it has basically lived on our table since we got it. So let's take a look at how it works.
The game flow is right on the player board and the cheat sheet lays out the icons well, but there's still a lot to know for a simple card game. You start each turn with 5 cards, but you're almost never going to play all of them. Instead, you choose a suit, shovels, water guns, glue, skateboards, books, or crowns, and you play 1 card, which you can sometimes boost with other cards from that suit. Each card has a top and bottom action, and the actions do a bunch of different things, including getting toys or pizza, building your fort, scoring points, kicking out or gaining new friends, and some other stuff. Bottom actions are just for your gang of kids, but top actions can be copied by other players if they play a card from the same suit, aka a kid that likes the same kind of stuff decides to follow the leader. Once you play, you recruit a friend either from the park or from the other kids' yards, and then any kids you don't play will hang out in your own yard to possibly get scooped up before your next turn. The game ends when someone either builds the biggest fort or gets 25 points.
It works terrifically for 2 players. It's the only way we have played, but without any other experience, it feels like it was built for 2. It becomes a real rivalry where you can picture yourself yelling over the street that you have more pizza and better toys. Kids are bouncing back and forth between yards, and you are super aware of what cards you choose, so the kids across the street can't copy your games and can't steal away your coolest friends. More players would mean more yards to choose from and more chances to follow leaders, and would open up the dynamic, but 2 is a really fun strategic battle.
The great thing about a 30-minute card game is that it is inherently replayable, and one that has this extra bit of depth is even more so. There are multiple paths to victory that start to present themselves as you play more, and evolving strategies depending on what you draw. There's also some built-in variability with the made-up rules cards that give you different endgame bonuses and perks that provide in-game skills, but mostly it's just that something the great quick games have that keep you coming back.
Leader Games is always great at components, and this is no different. The double layer boards are quality, the tokens work great and fit into the board perfectly, the player aids are terrific, but mostly it's all about the cards, and they are so good. The actual stock is a high-quality, glossy, almost plastic feel, but in a good way, and the real selling point is the art, which brings to mind Peanuts in all of the best ways. The kids all look great and have great names and really have their own personalities. We never say, "I'll take this card." It's always, "I want Sarge," or "Moose is so cool." It's basically impossible not to become attached.
Fort is a light to medium card game, but it has enough complexity that new players will need a hearty explanation, and there are enough little rules that you'll spend much of the first game scouring the book or asking the internet. But once you have the basics, the player aids get you 99% of the way there, and the game really zips along. Theme also comes out in everything, which makes it hard to get too mad at losing friends or getting beat. After all, you're just really playing. I can say this from experience, as Jess has beaten me the last 7 times we played, and I still want to go again and earn that macaroni sculpture. If you are okay with iconography and miss the days of running around the block with a cowboy hat and a squirt gun, this one is probably for you. And that is it. Please let us know in the comments if you've tried Fort yet, or if you have any other card game faves. And please do like and subscribe, and hopefully we will see you all next time for another game.